Hi beautiful souls, I'm here tonight to do a reading for Sagittarius. Here I have the piece Lazuli heart, which is a crystal that connects with Sagittarius energy. So I've just been holding on to this while I've been connecting with your energy for the last half an hour, just so I can get a feel of what's happening for you at the moment. I've also got my Angel Aura crystal cluster, which is just beautiful. This is really good for connecting with spirit guides and angels. So I like to have that on the table when I'm doing a reading. Okay, let's see what's going on today for Sagittarius. So, calling in spirit guides and angels and divine light surround me, protect me while I do this reading. Bring me any messages I may need to relate to our Sagittarius energies for today. This is a collective reading, so take what if you're here, it's because there's a message for you, but it may not all resonate, so just take what does. There will definitely be a message in here for you if you're here on this channel right now. Okay, so spirit guides, what messages do we have here today for Scorpio? Sorry, not Scorpio, Sagittarius. Okay, we've got exactly the same card that came up before. Deep Knowing. I'll just put that one there. I'll get some more so we can see if there's a little bit of a story that wants to come out here. See what this energy is about. Deep Knowing, that could be suggesting that there's something that your intuition is telling you is happening at the moment. You're obviously getting very connected with your sixth sense, intuition right now. Okay, looks like that's the only one that wanted to come out from there, so I'll put those down for a minute and we shall go in for some tarot. So first of all, I'm going to use the Light Seers deck. Light Seers tarot deck. Spirit guides, angels, please bring me messages for Sagittarius for this week, what the week is coming on. Any messages that Sagittarius needs to hear today, what's happening in their life, what's happening from the collective of Sagittarius at the moment. So collective readings are for all of the zodiac sign. That could be even if you've got Sagittarius in your chart, not necessarily if it's your sun star sign. Okay, we have the Four of Wands and the King of Wands here. So Wands are very creative, very passionate cards. Four of Wands is like showing some kind of a celebration. The King of Wands, he's very passionate man. He's got the lion standing behind him, so he's like got some strength, got courage. Okay, then we have Judgment and the Eight of Cups. So I'm just going to keep dealing these out so that we can get a bit of a story happening here of what's going on here. So I'll just keep on shuffling for a moment. Energies for Sagittarius, please. Spirit, please bring me any messages that I need to know for Sagittarius, please. Messages for Sagittarius, please, today. Messages for Sagittarius. This collective reading for Sagittarius, please. Looks like you might be walking away from something that no longer serves you, something romantic here. And the Judgment card as well. Next to the Eight of Cups. Oops, that's just gone on the floor. Let's grab this. Not ready for that. So we've got the High Priestess has come out and the Six of Pentacles. So I'm just going to keep on going here so that we can get this spread down on the table. Then I can have a look at it and see what the overall energy is going on here for you, Sagittarius. Ten of Wands. Yep. Readings for Sagittarius, energies for Sagittarius. What cards, what messages are there for Sagittarius today? Messages please for Sagittarius collectives, please. Oops. Now they're flying out. Smooth this up a little bit. Okay. So you've got quite a few wands here and quite a few cups. So there's obviously some kind of emotional situation going on here, and with the wands that's, you know, showing like passion or passionate energy. Okay. Okay, let me have a look now. See what's going on. At the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Wands, which always to me looks like it can be a bit like manifesting, but it looks like this person wants to go and see some more of the world, like go away somewhere, take some time out. Yeah, that's always gives me that kind of energy. They're, you know, looking longingly out over the water, like they want to just go and travel somewhere, maybe get away from things for a while. So now with this Deep Knowing card that we started off with that energy, for the reading, what I'm seeing here is, it looks like there's been, looks like there could have been a relationship kind of breakdown maybe. Let me have a look. So you've got, we started off with the Four of Wands and the King of Wands, which are like really passionate, creative cards. But then we have the Judgment and the Eight of Cups, with this, the Judgment and the Eight of Cups, where this girl's like, she's turned her back, she's walking away, like she doesn't want that anymore. It's like she's walking away from that emotional energy. With the gender here, it's like there is no gender in the tarot, so take it as it's male or female. And then we had the High Priestess as well. So the High Priestess after the Eight of Cups is like showing that you're using your intuition, and that again brings that in with this deep knowing. So the High Priestess is very intuitive. She like, you see how the image is there? Her crown chakra's open, and so she's getting all of the information from the universe downloading straight into her crown chakra there. So she's very spiritual and very all-knowing, like the Deep Knowing card here. So you've obviously been using your intuition. It seems like you've had like a lot of baggage, there's been a lot of problems, you know, you've had to like carry the weight of the world on your shoulders basically, and now you're like, it's like you're packing up and moving, yeah, packing up and moving away. So, you know, with this, there's a few cards here that are suggesting this, that the girl's walking away, she's walking away here, but she's actually packed all of her bags this time. And then moving forward, we've got the Two of Wands as well. Again, she's looking out the window longingly, like there's the earth, like the world thing here, and the little Volkswagen travel vehicle, whatever you call them. She's looking out the window and she's like looking out longingly, like she wants to go somewhere else, like she doesn't want to be here anymore. Yeah, and normally like the wands are very passionate and creative, but this is quite a sad looking energy, kind of matching with the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands there. So you have got a lot of wands, pretty much you've got wands and cups in this reading. So then you've got the Nine of Cups, which is that it's like a wish fulfillment card. It's like you've been manifesting, wishing for this happiness to come in. Yeah, that's what you've been wanting. You've been wanting this happiness, and I just need to be careful what I say here, because we have the Three of Cups, which in some readings can be like an influence from a third party, or not necessarily someone having an affair or cheating, but like some kind of interference from a family member or friend, someone like getting involved or putting their nose into your business. But you know, we're ending here with the World. The World is like the last card of the major arcana, so it's like closing out a cycle. So whatever's been happening here is come to an end. You know, the Ten of Wands again is an ending card. So there's been a situation here which is now ending. You know, with the deep knowing, with the intuition and the Three of Cups here, it does kind of, it's not for everybody, but it could be that there has been some outside influence involved here in this relationship. Let me, and I'm not seeing that this relationship is like ongoing, like it's not going on now. It's like, you may not even be talking, you may be blocked, you may have each other blocked at the moment. I feel like it's like a past relationship or something that's just ended, not something that's about to end. I feel like it's already happened. I'm just going to get some clarification here with my Witch's Tarot. Okay. Clarifying, please. I want to clarify. What's the King of Wands doing here? Let's see what the King of Wands is doing here. King of Wands with the Judgment card. We need some clarification, please, for this Sagittarius collective reading. Spirit, please bring me through messages that I need to know that I can share with the collective today. So give them some clarity on what's going on for them. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Sometimes the cards don't want to just come out on their own. They did out of that deck, and they usually do out of this one, but sometimes they just kind of get stuck. Which, you know, when the cards are getting stuck, it leads me to think perhaps the energy in itself is like feeling a bit stagnant and stuck. You know, maybe that's what's happening at the moment for you. You're feeling a bit kind of stuck. That's why you're looking out, wanting to move away or go on a holiday or just get away, just go somewhere different. It's the feeling I'm getting here. So a bit stuck, and that's what's happening with my cards. They're just like, they're being stuck energy. They don't want to fling out. So I'm going to just pull them instead. Okay, right. So I'm just going to I'm going to just pull them out, and then I'll let you know what's happening with them as I'm going through here. Interesting. Yeah, definitely. I'd definitely say that this is a sort of relationship that has come to an end, and quite very possibly, because you now have the Moon clarifying the Three of Cups, it is possible that there was some kind of an illusion or betrayal going on. So let's have a look now. Let's just see what's happening here now. So the very first one that's come out is the Fool. So the Fool is like at the very beginning of the tarot. It's like the first card, and you know, he's very naive. You know, he's standing here on the edge of a cliff, like, but not even giving a care that he might fall over the edge. You know, he's just like carefree. You know, la la la, that kind of energy, and he can just fall off at any moment. But the universe will catch him because he'll land in the water there. And so this card's saying that it's about taking a leap of faith, basically. Taking a leap of faith, and it's like a new beginning type card. So that's what I would be seeing here. You've got the Ace of Cups as well. Again, a new beginning for a relationship. But I saw this in another reading as well. Sometimes when I see the Ace of Cups, especially this particular card, in this kind of a reading with this kind of energy, it's saying more to me that instead of it being an abundance of happy love coming in, it could be an abundance of tears flowing. So like it's overflowing, but this card's always kind of reminds me of an overflow of like sadness. You know, the cups are emotion cards. It's not, all of our emotions aren't just love. There's many emotions involved. So to me it resonates that this card with this reading is showing that there's been some kind of an upset. The Justice card here as well. Sorry, not the Justice, the Judgment card as well. Saying to me that yes, there has definitely been something, you know, with this relationship that has just fallen apart. And again, you've got the Nine of Wands here, which is a similar energy to like the Ten of Wands. It's like, you know, you've had to go through all of these different trials and tribulations and nonsense. There could have been like just baggage and, you know, just like trauma and upset, you know, just like that kind of energy. And then, you know, you've got this Eight of Cups walking away. So to me, this is saying that this is this part of the reading here. I would say that this relationship here, whether it be in the past or now, has ended. Moving on from there, you've then got this High Priestess, but that's coming out clarifying with Temperance. So Temperance is like a very patient energy. It's asking you to be patient, find balance. You know, there's a nice pretty rainbow there, so it's saying, you know, the angels are watching over you. There's nothing, you're okay, you're being watched, you're being loved, you're being protected by the angels. But, you know, you need to find some balance and have some patience. You may be feeling a little bit like you've got the Six of Pentacles here, which is just kind of, it's just kind of thrown itself in here into the mix, like making a whole lot of not much sense with all of the other cards around it. But the sense I can make of it is that perhaps, you know, with this ending of a relationship, perhaps there was some kind of finances involved as well, and you've had to like divvy up money or property or, you know, that kind of thing. And that's coming in here. They're all coming in together. This is coming in with the Five of Cups, which is like a conflict. You know, it's like, it's very much like, look at her. She's sitting there and she's very upset. She's sitting there. She's all out. She's out in the cold. She's done. You know, this is like relationship ending card. And again, that's here with the Ten of Swords, which is the ending. It's an ending card. And that ending with the Ten of, oh sorry, not the Ten of Swords, that's the Ten of Wands. That ending card of the Ten of Wands is like packing up and leaving, you know. So very much it's looking like this is what's happened, that there's a relationship that's ended. And we then have the King of Swords. So this could be you or it could be your person. The King of Swords is very intellectually, like very intelligent, very cutting sometimes with the way that he speaks. So, you know, possibly there was some kind of like dispute or argument, you know, something's, you know, gone on like that perhaps with the King of Swords. He's got that energy, you know. And then again, we're moving on from there. We have that Wands where she's looking out the window, you know, wishing, like she's probably wishing for, you know, I say she, it could be he or she, but I say that there's a, you know, there's a lot of upset, not necessarily big heartache, yes, but in the mind as well. Like I feel like with the Swords card, there's a lot of like questions going on. Like maybe the person has maybe you split up from somebody and you didn't get any closure, you didn't get any answers. What I'm seeing coming up next though is the Three of Cups and the Moon, which is why I said it could be that there could be been a third party, whether that be a third party relationship wise or a third party as in a family member or a friend, just getting into getting involved where they shouldn't, being nosy. Because here's the Moon, which, you know, causes a bit of an illusion over things, and, you know, this woman, she's like got her light and she's trying to light the way to see what's happening. But, you know, the light of the moon's there, and the light of the moon will always bring everything out. And it's again a bit of an intuition card. So there's a lot of intuitive messages. It's basically saying like, trust your intuition, deep knowing. You would have known deep down if there was somebody else involved in your a third party in the relationship. You would have had that feeling, and I'll say that these cards, if that is what you were thinking, if this is resonating for you in this reading, I would suggest that if that's how you were intuitively feeling, then this is pretty much clarifying that that is a high possibility that that is what was going on. It's coming to an end though, and it's not coming to an end in a bad way. See, it's the world. So now for you, it's you can start again. It's like a new start for you. It's an ending of a cycle. So this, oops, I'm stuck to the cards. This cycle now is closed out for you. It's done. I'd say that really, you probably perhaps in order to move on now, maybe you just needed to hear this said to you by someone else out loud, have some clarity around the situation. You know, just to show you that your intuition was right, that your gut feeling was right. Sometimes when you actually have someone else show it to you with the tarot, the cards don't lie, you know. It can just bring you that closure, so you know that you weren't like going mad. Because often people don't admit when they've been messing around. But the World here is the last card that came out, and so that's saying to you, you know, this is all, it's a major arcana card, and the last one in the deck, everything here is all closed out now, and you have the world at your feet. You know, you get to choose now what you want to do. You can move on. There's a lot of geometric signs here on this card as well, saying you maybe embrace some spirituality, embrace like getting to know yourself a bit better. You know, it's always good when a relationship ends to bring in some self-love and going deep and start getting to know yourself again. Sometimes you can get a bit lost in a relationship, especially when like there's been conflict and there's been like stress, you know, that kind of stuff. You can end up really just feeling quite lost. So it's a really good time now to sit with yourself, sit with your feelings, let your feelings flow. If you feel upset, let the tears flow, you know, don't hold things in. Feel this, you know, a mental clarity now that, okay, now you know what happened, now you can let it go. Let it go and learn lessons from each relationship that you ever have in life. You always should learn and grow from it. So even though it can be like a very stressful or upsetting ending to a relationship, there's always something that you can bring out of it that's good, because it's going to bring growth to you, whether that be you know, by seeing your worth. You know, when you've been treated badly, it really shows you what your worth is. If you show yourself some compassion, some empathy, and you know, really get into your heart and say, okay, I didn't deserve that, but grow from it, knowing that you're now going to set, you know, moving forward, you'll set much clearer boundaries. You might have better communication with the next person you have a relationship with, but you know, spend some time on your own now to really just get back to knowing yourself. Now, if this resonates with you, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll reply to you. As I said, this may not be, these types of readings when they go like this, they're not for everybody. They're just for a certain few people where, you know, this kind of thing's happened. But there will be other parts of the reading that will probably resonate for you. So, that being said, lovely Sagittarius, I shall be doing an April reading for you over the next week or so. So I'll be in a playlist on my channel, so you can go in and you'll find all of the Sagittarius readings all there under one section. I've just started up my channel, so if you could, if you like this video, if you could like and subscribe, that would be really helpful for me. Okay, and if you wanted to book a private personal reading, down in the description I've got my email address. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of setting up my website still, so my email address is there, so you can email me and we can make a booking either over the phone or a Zoom or whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay then, speak to you soon.